Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Erson Villamin III, your MC for today, and I'm with my co-MC, Ray Felicen, and we are Group Pranky. We are glad to welcome you to this webinar titled The Positive Side of Esports. We would like to acknowledge our participants for today's webinar as we tackled the positive of esports. We hope the participant will learn a lot from our topic. Without further ado, please welcome our speakers for today, Anthony Catindig Jr., Julio de la Cruz, and Angelo Rantael.
Good afternoon, everyone. In this global age of technology, one of the continuously growing and progressing industry is the esports. Different games, genre, discipline, and community is what makes up the whole industry of esports. Many people already witness and still witnessing the continuous success and recognition that the industry of esports got. In the midst of all this success, there are still a lot of negativity surrounding esports. There are a lot of events that has damaged the reputation and image of esports. A reason for other people to have misconceptions and stereotype against the whole industry. That's why we are here to discuss what is the positive side of esports. Is esports a bad thing or is esports is the future? So without further ado, let's start the discussion. The purpose of this webinar is to inform and educate people more about esports, to encourage the society to remove the stigma against esports as a negative thing. Lastly, is to let the society to know that esports is more than just gaming. Next. The questions we would like to answer in our today's webinar is what is the stigma against esports? What is the impact of esports to the society? What are the positive impacts it brings to the youth? And what are the benefits of esports to individuals? And why is esports more than just gaming? So, in this discussion, there will be terminologies that you will hear, such as gamers. So, a gamer is a person who plays interactive games, especially video games. And there are two sub-definition for gamers, such as non-competitive gamers and competitive gamers. The difference between the two is non-competitive gamers are gamers that are not competing at a professional level, while competitive gamers are gamers that are competing on a professional level. Next is online games, which are games that are played using internet. It's either played competitively or non-competitively.
Let's talk about what is esports. In order for us to discuss this topic, first we should know what is the definition behind the word esports. And what are the example of esports? Esports, also known as electronic sports, is a form of playing competitively and non-competitively video games. The term esports can be applied nowadays to any kind of video gaming discipline. So I'm gonna give some examples of games that under esports. First is Dota. Dota is one of the popular esports game. Siya yung may pinakamalaking prize pool sa buong esports. But it's not just about money. It can improve your strategic thinking, instinct, flexibility. This game is played as a team. It's just like MOBA. I mean it's MOBA. The second game is Tekken. This game is played individually. It's like 1 versus 1 in basketball. This game is also about timing, strategic. It's also how fast are you pressing button, how to counter attack, just like that. Basically, esports is not just about playing and for fun. It's like you can learn a lot of things that you can apply in your life. Also, it's also a passion to other people.
Before we discuss the positive side effect of esports, Let's first tackle the mental aspects as esports bring to gamers and society. Mental aspects of esports to non-competitive gamers. According to a research, excessive video gaming has indeed correlated with positive feelings and social interactions while playing. Problematic and excessive video gaming, on the other hand, is linked to poor academic performance, maladaptive coping mechanism, negative feelings and attitudes, low self-esteem, loneliness, and low self-esteem. Non-competitive gamers experience light stress and pressure while playing with their teammates to win a game. Also, a non-competitive gamer can play happy and less coaching than a competitive gamer. Next. Mental aspects of esports to competitive gamers. According to a study, researchers discovered that esports players were subjected to 51 different stressors, including communication issues and concern about competing in front of live audiences, which mirrored the mental states of professional athletes such as footballers and rugby stars competing in high-profile tournaments. A competitive gamer experiences hard stress and more pressure while playing game. Usually, pressure comes in when somebody bets to a team and expects to win their bet.
There, there are a lot of negativities that surrounds the whole industry of esports. Misconceptions and stereotyping to the whole community is the most common thing that we are hearing, especially from the elders. So now let's discuss what are the stigma against esports. So stigma against esports. According to a blog, the stigma around people who play video games is generally negative. They also added that despite the fact that most people who grew up playing games have positive experiences, a common feeling of not being accepted by the society because they find them weird or nerd. So this blog that we have researched, so basically it tells a lot about what the gamers really feel aside from the positive experiences that they feel while they are playing inside the game, but also the negative feeling that they feel when they hear something from the society. So in another article that we have researched, it said that gaming has also become addictive from a social standpoint. Another article also said that parents believe that playing video games can lead their child become violent and have poor physical health. So, as you can see, guys, these articles are the reason and why commonly we hear from the elders that maybe gaming leads to gaming addiction, to their kids being violent, especially when they play violent games. Next.
Let's now discuss the positive aspects of esports in order for us to answer the questions such as how can esports change the life of somebody? What are the positive side of esports and what are the positive impacts it brings to the youth?
Path. Many of the youth aspire to be professional gamers someday to make their passion in gaming pay off. There are a lot of career in esports aside from gaming. So, di siya, so esports is not just playing or wasting time. It's like a job to a professional player because they compete a lot of tournaments and having a big prize pool. Pero I'm not saying na natin unahin yung paglalaro. Let's prioritize first our school, syempre. Yun lang.
Careers in esports. Gaming. Gaming is a common type of career in esports. Hosts and commentators. Commentators are often called shoutcasters. They are also sometimes referred to as simply casters. Marketing. Esports marketing strategies is through advertising in social medias because we all know gamer are also using social medias for them to be updated. Endorser. It is the one who give or support the marketing strategy. Production. Production in esports is a big live broadcast so that the viewers can watch.
Next, boost self-confidence and improve team skills. Gaming proved to boost a gamer's self-confidence, especially when they are playing because it shows their mechanical skills in gaming and other players' acknowledgement of you. It also helps you to become a better team player, not only in gaming but also in real world. Since esports now is really big, every time you played on a tournament, it can help you to boost your confidence. Not just because you're playing a lot of tournament, but you are also playing a lot. You are playing in a lot of people. Also, they are watching you. Hindi lang siya mismo sa event, they can also watch you online and other replays. Kahit ano man gawin natin, basta first time, 'di ba? Not just sa ibang sports, kinakabahan tayo kapag first time. It can help kung lagi mo siyang gagawin. And you're happy on what you're doing.
Socialization. Esports has a big community. It is worldwide. Every kind of gamer is always a friend to another gamer. We all knew that esports is a huge community and we knew that socializing and playing games can help us feel better.
Strategic thinking. Esports can boost children's strategic thinking. Teamwork, communication, leadership, performance skills, and confidence building. So it's good if you're playing when you're young, you're still young. It can give you advantage to others, at di lang sobra-sobra siguro. Also, like on the PowerPoint, you can see the communication. Di lang naman kapwa natin Pinoy yung mga nakakalaro natin. Since online siya, you can play on the other countries naman. And isa leadership, ah, hindi lang naman magagamit yung pagiging leadership sa esports. Pwede mo rin siya magamit sa mga future mo na gagawin kung hindi ka man naglalaro. Pwede mo rin siya magamit sa pang-araw-araw mo.
So based on the on what we discussed, so we came up with this conclusion. So for us, esports is more than just a game. Next slide. Esports is more than just gaming because it is one of the things that will help shape up our future. It will revolutionize our perception of career and many more things. For us, esports is not a bad thing. In fact, it can help a person become who they want inside and outside of the game. It's okay that some may still give hatred to the industry, but every gamer has a community on their back. There are a lot of people inside the gaming community who share the same experience as you and make you feel that you are part of the scene. So at the end of the day, you are who you are, and you're just doing the thing that you love, just like the others. In your case, it is gaming, a simple game that can help a person build their personality and achieve what they want in their life. So thank you.
We would like to thank our speakers for today. We would like them to open the table for our audience to ask questions to our speakers regarding to this topic.
So would anyone like to ask question?
There are many job options for this industry. Why do you specifically what you work with esports?
So, specifically speaking, everyone wants to be a professional gamer to compete in big events and be known in the world. So, hindi lang yung mga professional gamer or yung ibang mga magagaling. Syempre lahat ng gamer is gustong makapag-compete, maging professional gamer. So, common reason, it is their passion, the dedication they give in gaming. Esports is fun. Working in the industry is fun. Having a job that is related to your passion is a great thing. So, think of a musician. So, parang mga ano lang, mga musician. They dedicated their life to music that it also became their job. So, same thing with esports, ganun din. Professional players dedicated their life, their youth to gaming. So, uh, now it is their job to play and compete in big events. Any other question?
What do you feel is the most important characteristic in order to be successful with esports?
For us, it is dedication. Not just in esports, but generally speaking, the most important characteristic that an individual must have to succeed is dedication. Dedication to your craft means you work hard for it. So you give everything that you can to be the best and make your hard work pay off.
I have a question. How does esports help students?
Esports helps students because it provides many opportunity for growth and learning, such as the creation and practice of what we call soft skills. This includes communication, collaboration, critical thinking, and creativity. Just like when we play games, it is important to have a good communication with your teammates in order for you to have a better teamwork. Next is collaboration. Teamwork inside the game is part of having a good collaboration skills. Critical thinking or strategic thinking inside the game is very important to outplay to outplay the enemy team in order for your team to win. And lastly is creativity. So having creativity in a game is very important because uh, it's like experimenting with something. For example, is in Dota. When you play a hero, uh, a simple a simple hero can be a simple support hero can be a carry hero depending on whoever plays it because some professional players it's like nag-experiment sila ng mga item builds ng mga uh, combination ng mga plays kaya mas nagiging okay yung laro nila. Any other
Who
question?
can play esports though?
Again?
Who can play esports?
Uh, One of the great thing about esports is that it is so easy for anyone to take part. Anyone can play esports regarding their age, their race. Anyone can play esports. So all you need for, for you to play esports is syempre games console as such as PC, internet connection and copy of the game. Most of the popular esports nowadays are completely free to play too. You don't even need to pay to download the game.
Um, are esports good for your health?
Kusina ata tayo.
Playing video games for 5 to 10 hours a week, uh, according to our research, it stimulates areas in our brain associated with memory, attention, motor, and strategic planning skills as well as eyesight. In fact, electronic games can help people learn, focus, and multitask. So, Based on some research, it is somehow contradicting with each other because uh, playing too much computer games is bad for our health, especially our eyesight. But uh, in the other hand, it can playing electronic games or computer games can also help us learn more, focus, and multitask. Any other question, guys?
How does esports affect society?
Esports are slowly becoming an international trend, as we all know. More and more people is joining because they they are being encouraged and they have a feeling that they want to be just like the players on their favorite teams. The video game industry continues to grow every day, so it will go hand in hand with these competitions all around the world. In addition, these events, yung mga tournament, uh, ginagawa siya sa malalaking mga space like arena. So, mas maraming nakaka-attend and nakakakita nung esports scene. So, yung yung mga skills ng mga players is mas na-showcase siya, especially kapag mga tournament.
What are esports tournaments and how much can you win?
So, professional esports tournaments work like other tournaments too. Sports tournaments. Teams or single players from one event to the next trying to outsmart yung mga kalaban nila. So, example is yung the International, which is an annual event for Dota 2. Uh, ginagawa siya yearly. Ito yung largest esport tournament sa buong mundo. So, just like nung magkasunod na taon, 2019 and 2020, kaso yung 2020 is na-rescheduled this year, 2021, because of the pandemic last year. So, they have yung dalawang tournament na yun, they have the highest prize pool in esports history. Yung 2019 na the international, I think it is about 35 million US dollars. Then yung the international this year is nabit niya yung record nung previous year, which yung ngayong year is around 40 million dollars, which is yung winner, matitake home niya is around 15 million dollars in prize pool money. So, playing sa mga esports tournament, even though matalo ka, lalo na pag big events, is hindi siya ganun ka big deal because maybe kung gusto mo talaga manalo ng championship is big deal siya. Pero if you want to have a source of income, like yung mga players, kahit matalo sila dun sa mga tournament na yun is hindi pa rin sila lugi kasi malaki yung prize pool even though nasa last position ka nung tournament is may prize pool ka pa ding maiuwi which is malaking bagay na din. So are there any more questions? So I guess there there are no more questions. So I will give now the table to our MCs.
Thank you guys for the wonderful, and thank you for our speaker for answering the questions. Once again, we would like to thank everyone, our speakers and our audience. Thank you for attending the webinar today. That concludes our today's event. Thank you again. Bye everyone.